Multiple project scheduling summary. First of all, in this module we covered why you might use multiple projects in one Primavera project. So for example, if you've got a large number of small maintenance projects with a number of resources that you're trying to manage, you could put each project into a single Primavera P6 project as a WBS node. As projects got completed, you could delete them, and as new projects come online, you could add new WBS nodes. The only disadvantage of this process is you can't baseline each individual project because P6 only allows you to baseline a complete P6 project at a time. Next thing we discussed was the reasons for having multiple P6 projects to represent one of your projects or contracts. You normally do this if you've got multiple customers, multiple stages or separable parts, or multiple programmers who you want to each look after a particular area. We then discussed how to set up Primavera projects as sub-projects and some of the things you need to be aware of. The fact that you can't share calendars, resources, and WBS codes amongst projects, and therefore they have to be created uniquely for each project, or in the terms of resources, they're shared amongst the whole database. You need to be aware that the scheduling options should be the same for all the projects, and understand that the default project scheduling options are applied to all the other projects when you schedule, and it changes the projects on a permanent basis. This is actually different to the way the web client schedules multiple projects, and there's a big difference between the two products in the way they schedule. The web doesn't have a default project, it uses the project highest up on the list, and it doesn't change the scheduling options. So you need to be aware when you've got multiple projects that they do schedule differently in the web to the client or the optional professional client. We talked about refresh data and commit changes. So when you open a project, you're taking a copy of the data and putting it on your machine. And if multiple people have a project open, then there are multiple copies of the project. And refresh data is a way of writing your changes back to the database and writing any changes back to your machine. And commit changes just writes your changes to the database. We looked at who has a project open. In the project open, the users tab allows you to see who's got a project open, so you can ask them to get off the system. And we've talked about setting baselines for multiple projects and the issues with when you set baselines and the way to create baselines so that when you restore the baselines, you don't actually end up with ghost relationships. So we looked at restoring baselines for multiple projects.